I am Foretrosake. Welcome to the channel. Today, we are going to play some Animal Crossing. If you tried to connect to any one of the videos that I tried to start within the last 2 hours, my sincerest apologies. I was having some internet difficulties. I'm sure if you're even remotely like me at all, and you have these troubles can weigh heavy on your heart. I was growing quite toxic trying to get this all to work. And I knew one positive way to rid that toxicity was to play some Animal Crossings. So I sure hope that if you were to stop by and have a short chat with me, you in fact would be part of that lessening of the toxicity that was in my heart. If you're watching this video and you're new here, thank you. I really truly appreciate you. Every single last person that is subscribed to my channel, I wholeheartedly love you. And I'm glad to have you here. If you would be so kind to give the video a like if you're enjoying. And if you are new here and you want to subscribe, make sure to hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss anything that Foretrosake uploads. I typically have myself on screen. But as of right now, I'm choosing to not be on camera right now currently. I hope you appreciate that. One big shout out to Captain Lego Man for the amazing background settings that he designed for me. Captain Lego Man, you're one of a kind. So, since the last time, which was 2 whole days ago, that I streamed Animal Crossing, I now magically have snow everywhere. Not too sure what that's all about. We have mail. You have mail. That rank S is mighty swell. Last time I did the big spring cleaning, I cleared out the closet and found a whole pile of plushes I forgot about. I used to be scary good at crane games. I hate to just throw them out, I mean. So I'm kind of confused. In this town, when it's spring, it snows. see if we have anything in my pockets that I need to be rid of. I do. So let's go on into our home. Please tell me if you've ever had a problem that's got to you so bad that you just kind of shut down. You don't know that you really want to talk to anybody. You're quite positive you don't want to see anybody. You kind of just wish that you could fade into nothingness. That'd be about where I'm at right now. But I'm gonna let Animal Crossings soothe my sorrows. If you want to know the whole story, I'll be glad to tell you. It all kind of started when I promised some viewers earlier today, after I played Cuphead, that I would be back shortly to play another cool, awesome game that I love called Ghost of Tsushima. When I tried to load Ghost of Tsushima, it said that it needed to update. No problems there. I did the update and all was well. Soon after, I was informed that I had a package that arrived. In said package was a really awesome connector for me to play on my Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer. So I was more than excited to get that new connector hooked up. So I hooked that up and then decided, well, I'm gonna play the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer instead. So I set up the randomizer, and then I remembered I never set up my timer. So I looked up the information for the timer. I downloaded all of the information for the timer. I uploaded all of that information into my OBS. If you're here watching and listening, should I go high or should I go low? While I wait, I'll continue. So once I had the timer uploaded into OBS, and everything was ready to roll, I started the stream. Thank you, Judge Prime. 3 minutes into the stream, it started failing. Started saying that there wasn't enough bit rate. Good job, Judge Prime, you win. Again. Safety helmet with lamp. Wow. That's a big win there. It just looks like a regular hat though. So, I force quit the stream of the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer to try to figure out what was going on. Now, hopefully you can tell me that in your experiences in life, when you have a problem, instead of freaking out, throwing your hands in the air like you just don't care, you kind of approach it with a cool head at first, and you assume you can fix this problem. So I did just that. I decided I'll chill out. It's probably something simple that I just misclicked when starting up the program. Because if you don't know this, streaming on YouTube isn't as easy as I click on YouTube, I click stream now, and it just makes that thumbnail for me, and the game just magically hooks itself up to YouTube. You've got to have different programs. You've got to set up the scenes and the sources. So if I wanted to throw a double dragon up there on screen, or if I wanted to have Scrooge McDuck always down there at the bottom, judging us with his finger in the air, well, those are things that I have to go about doing myself and programming. And you know, Foretrosake is not a computer wizard. I self-proclaim as a boomer, since it seems to be what the young people call an older person that doesn't seem to know what they're doing with a computer. And I'm okay with that. I sometimes think having little nicknames is funny. So being the boomer that I am, I approached it, I felt, pretty smart. Check all the settings and make sure that I haven't accidentally misclicked something, you know? Nothing was wrong. When I went back to OBS, which mine is OBS Streamlabs, there are differences between the two. I went to OBS Streamlabs, and it kept telling me in my error box that I was having skipped frame rates. I've never had that happen before. So it's not like I had an existing experience with this that I could just click, 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 and fix. I didn't know what to do. So I Googled drop frame rate problems. And while Googling it, I noticed that there was a little drop box at the bottom of OBS that stated how to fix. And I was like, oh, well, there's the boomer in me. I was just missing the whole how to fix it. So I clicked on that box. That box told me that either I had my bit rate too high, my internet connection was bad, and there was a third one. I forget what that one was. It doesn't really apply, but I completely forget what the third one said now. It was something simple, like, oh, my legacy setting from YouTube to OBS Streamlabs, which I had already checked first to make sure that I didn't have opposing settings. I'm going to go to this other room because Mott won't let me go, so I can just go out and pick up some fruit, man. He obviously wants to hear my story as well. So I checked my internet speed. And my internet speed said that it was running fine, as far as I could tell. It's not like it exactly came up with the word, hey, Foretrosake, everything is fine. Thumbs up. Instead, it was kind of like, here's a number. And from what I had remembered, that was a decent number. The problem was that number was missing a 0. So that made a huge difference. From what I remember, I had 12 something kilobytes of speed. And what it really was 1200, not 120. So my number was around 124 kilobytes. Are you going to finally leave, Mont? I appreciate you being here, buddy. We'll see you next time. Now I can move on and get rid of stuff. Because if you didn't know this in Animal Crossing, when somebody's in your room, you can't do anything. You can't put nothing away. You can't... They always say it's rude to decorate while you have company. So once I finally realized that my computer or my internet speed was crashing, it was super low, I decided that maybe I needed to just restart the modem. So I did such. My internet service provider prompted me that I needed to have a service done. Would I like to schedule a service? And of course I didn't want to schedule a service. I mean, nobody wants to have the service people come out and work on it. I would like to just fix it myself and be done with this problem. But it didn't seem like that was going to just go away on its own for me, because I restarted the modem again. And I got the same prompt, but this time it didn't say, do you want to have a service guy come out and look at it? It more or less said, you need a service. So then I was kind of freaking out, because I thought, well, maybe I do need a service done, you know? Sorry to push you around there, little buddy. I was like, man, maybe I do really need a service. How do I get that service prompt to come back up? I couldn't get it to come back up either. So then that was a little more frustrating. So I decided to walk out of the computer room / game room, go out, see my girls for a little bit, take the dogs out, get my brain off of the whole computer problem, because I'd already been up here now for an hour and a half, just doing those little try and fix it situation. I was downstairs. I decided to run a test again. And all of a sudden the number said 1205. That it was running at 105% capacity. And I'm like, what? Like, I haven't changed anything or done anything, because what I forgot to say was before I went downstairs, the reason that it took every bit of an hour and a half was because I had already assumed that because I hooked up this new device to my computer to help me play Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, that maybe the new device slowed everything down. Knowing very well that it has nothing to do with my internet or anything. So I disconnected the device, meaning I also removed it from my computer altogether, so there was no trace that it was ever in the computer. I safely disconnected it from the USB port from the computer. Then I unplugged it. What's wrong, little mouse buddy? No, I like you calling me Squeaky. You're a mouse. So I disconnected the USB server to the port that I had just got in the mail. I made sure that I took it all out of the system and everything, that it was no longer there. I packed it all back up into the box thinking, I don't know why, but I was just thinking that was really what my problem was. Go figure. I was so excited to get... Oh man, I really don't dig the tarantulas. Man, I'm not in the mood to deal with the stress of the tarantula. This is supposed to be a chill, relaxed game, and then they go and put tarantulas in it and scorpions. It really... Get out of my way! Oh man, it always makes me clench. Oh man. I guess that just adds to the woes today, right? So anyways, I packed up the USB connector and port, put it all back away, got downstairs, realized that it was the internet modem itself. Now it was running fine. My daughters complained a bunch to me about the internet not working because I obviously reset the modem 50 times. So I had to explain the story to them that life will go on without the internet, all while feeling the same exact way as they do, because I was trying to stream and it just wasn't working for me. So then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go back upstairs and I bet it's the game. I bet the game that I was trying to run off of my PC while trying to stream off the PC was causing some problems. So I pulled up Ghost of Tsushima and I tried to stream it and it failed. At this point in time, I was highly contemplating taking one of my remote controls and smashing it through a TV. Now, luckily, because I've upgraded a couple of TVs in the past 5 years, I have a spare TV to just smash. I don't know that I ever would, but if I was going to, this was the time. It was the time to smash a TV. Something. Anything. You know, just let off a little bit of stress. Get rid of some inner anger. Because 5 years ago, I would have went and worked out for 2 hours straight. And that would have been great. But because a lot of things have changed over the last 5 years, I don't have the equipment in my garage like I used to. 130,000 bells. I just wanted some angelic harp music. You guys are trying to rip me off. I don't have enough money or I'd buy it. So, when Ghost of Tsushima didn't work and I couldn't get it to stream, I thought, well, maybe the PS5 is just pushing a little bit too much. Maybe I need to try the Switch. So I tried the Switch. And I had the same exact problem. It kept saying I was dropping frame rate. So I checked my internet speed again. And this time it said you probably need a technician, a blah, a blah, a blah. Would you like to schedule a time? So I said, yes. Schedule me a frickin' time so I can move on. Because now I'm just frustrated. Like, I don't need to be frustrated over this. This is stupid. Like, what did I do as a kid whenever I didn't have internet? A lot of stuff. Because I didn't ever have internet as a kid. So I didn't care. Play an NES game. Bing. It hits me. I'll just play an NES game for a little while. And I'll check the internet speed here or there. And wait for it to say that it's okay. Because it's not like the service technician's coming out tonight. You know, whenever I was a kid and there was a telephone issue, the telephone company sent out people to fix that stuff right away. It seems like nowadays, if the internet goes out, the internet people just fix the internet whenever they want to. Which is funny, because the internet people are the same people that used to be the phone people. But nowadays, it don't seem like that's really that big of a deal. Like, they just come fix it when they want to. So, how you doing, Dad School? Glad to have you here, buddy. So I decided I'll play an NES game for a little bit. And because the other day, JDX the Kid asked for Mappy Land, I thought this is a good time for me to practice some Mappy Land. So I turned on Mappy Land, and I got to about the second level. And I just kept dying and dying and dying. And I wasn't getting anywhere. It was really getting frustrating. And I thought, why am I playing something frustrating whenever I'm already frustrated? Is that really going to help anything? Like, does that fix any of these problems that I have right now? At all? No, it really doesn't. So, I thought, I'll turn on Animal Crossing. It's chill. I can just walk through the town, pick up some fruit, a la-di-da. Whenever I turned on Animal Crossing, I checked the internet speed, because obviously I'm a mental case and I can't just let it go. When I check it, it says that it's running at 105%. So I instantly thought, well, you know what I need to do? I need to hurry up and turn on a stream real quick and see if it works. And by golly, if as soon as I turned it on, no problems. Runs Animal Crossings, no issues. It's 100% been my internet the entire time. But for some reason, magically, it's okay right now. All of the other games that I thought of playing, and I wanted to play, it wouldn't let me play. But I'm able to play Animal Crossings, which, don't get me wrong, I like this game. But I did not have any intentions on playing this game again so soon. And while I'm playing this game, I typically like to have a little bit more conversation with my audience and just chill out. Because there's no fill involved. Because that would be the day. Like, I will not play Animal Crossings and listen to the pig roach. I will not. He will not ruin Animal Crossings for me. And I really, really wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, I had told everybody in my earlier stream that I was going to play it. And to just top it all off, I get Animal Crossing running, and there is frickin' snow. I don't have snow around me. Why would I want snow in my vacation island town? Is there a setting that I can change that I don't have to see snow? Being from Ohio, I am over the snow now that I don't see snow very often. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. The other day it was 70 degrees where I live. So I don't see snow. It's almost Christmas. Speaking of, that's a Tom Nook holiday sweater right there. Yes, it is. So I know that this is not everybody's cup of tea to watch me play Animal Crossings, but it was obviously meant to be, because it would not let me play anything else. Here I am, trying to enjoy some Animal Crossings. So if you're here with me, I really appreciate you. If you're having a hard day, you just want to chat, you've come to the right place. I'll be happy to listen to you. I'm over my problems. They're not that big of a deal. I've woosawed my way out of it. What is your favorite game to play whenever you're stressed out? What game do you turn to when life has been too heavy? If you're watching this video after the live stream, drop it down in the comments. I will respond. You can pretty much go through every single comment that's ever been put on my page, and I've made some type of response to it. And if I haven't, I had to have missed it, because I like to respond to the comments. Wait, don't I have anything else I want to get rid of? Alright, I'm putting that climbing wall somewhere. But today's a good day in Animal Crossing, because all of the fruit is all over to be picked. And that's some of the best fun in Animal Crossing. But the snow can get the crap out of here anytime that it wants to. And I'm so glad that you were here, Judge Prime, to tell me to go high card. Because I haven't won one of those card games in probably 3-4 months. Could probably put my net away now. I'm sure everybody knows this now, but did you know if you set up one of these pipes and then you put another one on the other side of your town, you literally get to do it like Mario? I mean, is that not one of the coolest things in Animal Crossing? Here at Foretrosake, we appreciate all styles of games. So if you have a favorite game that you would like to see me play some, to see how I do in it, be like JDX the Kid, and just go ahead and ask. Because more than likely, I'll play it for you, even if I play it terribly. And then you can tell me how great you do in it, so I can give you some big ups on how awesome you are. I'm going to go ahead and put that climbing wall right there. Yep. No, I wanted to climb it. Can I climb it? Really? You can't actively climb it? You can just look at it? Oh, I actually don't need to go there yet. Let's go ahead and get this. Hopefully it is a... Where is my shovel? Hopefully it's a fossil, because then we'll go talk to Blathers for a minute. I feel like I might have ran everybody off with my story on the internet, and I apologize. I just figured I would share for a minute. I know Animal Crossing isn't for everyone. And it looks like we've had some people in and out, so I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you didn't stop and be like, oh, it's that guy. Hopefully you just wanted to watch somebody play something a little more exciting. But for some of us, it's getting late. All of you on the East Coast, it's almost midnight. Time to get laid down and tucked into bed for tomorrow's new day. And I've only got 8 minutes before, what is this called? Nook's Cranny closes? I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to plant that somewhere. The music is very interesting in here. Soul, baby. I think what I'm going to do is move this over so I can actually see if I have anybody else watching. Because I can never tell if I have anybody else watching or not. It might just be me right now. I've been trying to load up on presents to give to other people, so whenever it's giving day, I think is what they call it here on Animal Crossing, I want to be able to give. Because if anything that I love more than Animal Crossing is giving. I love to give gifts. But once I have all of the children tucked away in bed, I will come back and we will do the Toxified Pig Roach podcast. So if you're here for gameplay and fun times, do not come back later for the Toxified podcast that is of DSP. Because it's not good for your heart. Another fossil. Say the what? I don't remember burying that there. Given that you're watching this video, you probably play Animal Crossing yourself. Who's your favorite character in Animal Crossing? I would say personally mine is Mott, the guy that was bothering me at the beginning of the stream in my house. He likes to talk weightlifting all the time. I think that's funny. He's always talking about flexing out of his shirts. I wonder what time it is. Will I have enough time to sell some more? Hi, Subject 117M with the wrench. How are you doing? He says, Phil is so stupid. I mean, hi. I'm so glad that you're here. I don't know that you were here for any of my toxic rant earlier. But if you weren't, well, then that's good for you. Because I have had the hardest time trying to get this stream started. And I'm the type of person where when I get angry enough, I like mellow out to like 5. If we're out of 100, I'm a 5 right now. 100, raging through the town, spraying. 5, nothing you could say could bother me. Don't care. It just brushes off me. I get really upset with technical problems, i.e. the internet, when I can't do anything about it. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter. I need to know what time it is. Oh, yeah, I don't have enough time to get back to them anyways. Like whenever I can't control it, but yet that's all that it seems to be is in my control. I just get frustrated enough after trying to do everything in the world to fix the problem that I just, blah. I blah out. Working just caught up on the pre-stream though. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the, what time is it now? 11? I'm going to be doing the pre-stream here in about, I don't know, an hour, I would say. I was just trying to 100% verify that this all works correctly because, as I said, I had the hardest time trying to get this to work. JG Winnell, how you doing, brother? He stopped by whenever I first tried. What was about 4 hours ago now. He stopped in, gave me those same googly eyes. All for it to just go to crap after that. Like, he was the only message I saw, and that was the last message I saw. And then 3 hours later, we're here. I mean, it was just terrible. Like, it wasn't getting fixed. I couldn't do anything about it. It's like the world just did not want me to stream at that time, even though that's what I wanted to do. So, such is life, right? Yeah. He says, dude, you didn't just try once. You had a bunch of times this evening. I know. I went as far as changing the bit rate that it reads from OBS Streamlabs to YouTube. I scheduled a service from my internet provider. Not even kidding you. Okay, so I'm going to show you something here. This this was what I thought at one time caused my problems. It is a NES slash NES NES slash SNES PC USB hub, and that was what I originally plugged in from the very beginning before starting any stream, and it said that it needed to activate it on my computer, and that was something new, you know. That's never came up before. So I went through the entire process of uninstalling it, packing it up, putting it back into that package, and then whenever I was screwing around 3 hours later, and all of a sudden my internet said that it was okay, and it seemed like it was my internet that was all the problem, I pulled it all back out of the package again, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna try again. And I thought, you know, maybe it is that randomizer that's just giving me a hard time trying to stream it while playing a game. So I'll just try the switch for a second. And this has been working. Do I believe that it's the randomizer? No. Was it something that I had changed in between my last two streams? Yes. So there was a potential that it was just that USB hub. And the whole point of that particular item it's pretty simple. It gives me the option to plug in an NES controller, an actual NES controller, directly into my PC. So I was like, I was all about that. And it got good reviews. A lot of people reviewed it and said that it was a good item. And I wanted to be able to use my original controllers because as I was talking to JG Winnell about this, those USB controllers that you can get off of Amazon, they're okay. But if you're like me and have been playing off an original NES since you were 5 years old, it's gotta be an original, you know? Like, you can't use some other knockoff and it feel the same. And whenever I was playing the very first time for stream, for that randomizer, I had a couple of moments where I would be jumping off of a ledge, or from one platform to the other, if you will. And my guy would, like, pull back. And I felt like it was the controller. Like, I'm not making excuses. I really think it was the controller. So the only way to prove that was to be able to use a regular controller. Well, the only way to use a regular controller is to have that USB hub. So, no, I don't think that the USB hub was causing my problems. I really do think that it was just... Since when is there a house there? Huh. I didn't realize that I had a plot available. Anyways, I'm going to try it out. I'm definitely going to do the randomizer still some more, because I want to. But now, it kind of threw a wrench into what I was planning on doing. I was going to put out a community post and say that Monday nights were going to be my Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer nights. Every Monday night, at a specific time, I was going to play Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer. So I had pretty much got everything ready to make that post, so I could have it done whenever I finished playing. Given that it all went well and people wanted to see it, you know, because I'm still going to play it. I just don't have to play it for stream. I want to, It doesn't mean that I have to. Yeah, Rando Mondays. Nothing wrong with that. I like that. DSP is dumb subject. That sounds dumb. JG10 says, I was here and saw it and was like, weird. I hate the weird work schedule splits that it was the last chance to get the rest of my staff holiday stuff. I would have preferred next week, but it was now or never day. I don't think that it's way too early. I mean, I understand where you're coming from in saying that, but I also don't think that it was too early, because people like getting stuff early. It makes the season feel like it's really here, you know? Like, my wife, for example. Let me look and see here. It doesn't look like anybody else is on here but me and you, JG Winnell. So, and I highly doubt my wife is going to watch this now, but I'm not going to completely give it away. But the other day, she was doing something, I'll say. And I was like, what's that? And she said, what do you mean? It's for this. And I was like, where's that from? And she goes, I just got it. It just came in. And I was like, oh. And I walked out of the room, and I thought, you know, this is not the time of the year to be buying things for yourself. Because you're kind of like ruining gifts, you know? Like, what if I had that idea to get for you? And I mean, if we're being completely... We're not being transparent in any sort of way here, but if we're being completely honest, exactly what she was using, was something that I had bought her for Christmas. And I had to remind myself that I probably do that same exact thing to her with games and stuff, because she likes to surprise me with games, and especially NES games. But she also knows very well that she can just go over there to my list and look off the list to know if I have it or don't have it. There's no secret that that list is right there. Like, you can check it anytime you want. But, like, when it comes to your wife or a girlfriend or even a mom, like, you don't always know for sure that they're not going to go and buy that item right after you buy it for them. Getting something earlier on will massively prevent that from happening. You know? Like, and even if it's something of nothing, it's just a gift bag with some treats and things like that in it. For example, my wife for the longest time would make Christmas cookies. She still does. That's not any different. But she used to make them so late that it would be like a week and a half before Christmas. And then by the time Christmas was done, everybody had this whole mindset of losing weight and not really eating that kind of stuff. And you don't want to gorge out on that stuff. But prior to then, for some reason, our gluttonous ways seem to be okay when it's before. So, if you make cookies a month before Christmas, and I'm talking like literally the week after Thanksgiving, they're gonna get ate. Now, yes, you might run out, but wouldn't you much rather have made them and everybody enjoyed them and run out, rather than make them and then nobody really wants to eat them and then throw them out? Like, that's just me personally. So this year, my wife made them much earlier, and now all of my kids have been teasing her, saying that she's going to have to make Christmas cookies again because they're almost all gone. And that's all my fault. Guaranteed. I 100% take the blame. But in conversations piece of my wife and having something that I had purchased for her. She purchased an item that was like $5, probably $10. I purchased an item that was like 1,000 times that amount. So I kind of feel like I got egg on my face right now. She would have been happy with the $5 item. I didn't have to buy that silly expensive item. Like, I could have got something else. I'm usually pretty frugal with my money and making sure that I buy the right thing and I don't buy just silly stuff. And right now I feel like I bought her something that I didn't really need to buy her at all, you know, man? But you still trying to figure out something for your mom for the holidays? I know how that is. Like, that's the worst. Like, when I'm trying to buy for my mom, no joke, the one thing that I can say about my mom is that she loves gift cards. And even though I don't like giving people gift cards, I absolutely adore giving my mom gift cards because I know how much she loves them and she loves to go out and spend them. So I much rather just do a gift card knowing how much she actually appreciates it. Whereas with most people, I won't do it because I have this mentality that you're lazy. And that's the wrong way to think. I've been thinking that way for a lot of years. And it's just not the right way to think. Because when you're shopping for women, a lot of times what you think they would like and what they actually like tend to be polar opposites. Or worst case scenario, you buy them something that is too small and you have to deal with the fact of listening to someone say, well, I'm glad you thought that I was that small, but I'm actually this size. And you're like, crap. I was just trying to get you something nice. I wasn't trying to make you feel fat. Wasn't trying to make you feel bad about yourself. So it's a touchy subject whenever you're buying clothes or jackets, things of that sort. So I much rather just buy the gift card, knowing very well it may be what seems the simplest of options, but that's what they really like. Now, my oldest daughter, she loves gift cards, and I feel so weird just giving her gift cards. But I know in all my heart that if I was to buy her some stuff that I wanted her to have, she would still really want the gift cards instead. And that's okay. That's what she wants. So I've wised up over the years and changed my ways with that. And I buy people gift cards more often because that's truly what they want. Now, if they were to tell me, I really would like to have this though, man, I would be all over that. Like, if they all of a sudden were like, you know, I'd rather have a new motorcycle helmet, I'm your guy. Because I like to go out and look for something and pick it out for you. Show you how good I am at picking out something that you like. All while giving you the gift receipt just in case I suck at it. So you don't have to make me feel bad. And you can pretend to love it. The gift receipt is in the box. Don't worry. Once I leave, you can do what you want. But while I'm here, put that thing on and tell me how great it is. All in all, though, it's really not about me. I want the person to be happy with what they get. But no, I know how you feel with buying for your mom, JG Winnow. That is exactly how I feel. My dad is somebody super easy. I could buy him a new holster. I could buy him a new weapon. I could buy him the cheapest of cheap grills, and he would still love it. I could buy him a new jacket from anywhere, and he would be okay with it. Buy him a new pair of boots. All of those things, pretty easy breezy. He won't care, whatever it is. He'll just be happy that he got it. And it's not that my mom's not happy with it. She's more than appreciative and happy about it. It's just everybody has their own particular taste, you know? You only live once, and I want to die full. With 2 people last week and the 4 today, I hit all of my crew but one. The last one I might have to mail with a more basic non-gift bag and chocolate due to the mail. I avoid clothing for women. You're a very smart man, J.J. Well. Now, I know that those people would definitely just appreciate having it, and if they got anything from you, they appreciate it no matter what time frame it was that they got it. I can guarantee that. I used to work for an employer that wouldn't give anything except for they served pizza to all of the crew at one time during a specified lunch hour. And because it was a factory, a steel mill factory, I always kind of was very unappreciative of it. And not because I ever am an unappreciative person. It was because I can be really picky with my food and other people, and the last thing that I want is some of the grubby paws in my food, and I have to share it. It was a rule of mine that if you were at work, you didn't eat from someone else's potato chip bag. You didn't let someone hand you food. Because if we're just being clear, there was a gentleman that worked there that I called Pecker Paws. I don't really know that I have to say much more. J.G. Winnell, I used to be the individual that would be in the bathroom, and if you came into the bathroom, did your business, and walked out and didn't wash your hands, I called you out, and I wasn't scared. I'm not a very small man, but I can be quite petty when it comes to washing your hands. You dirty goon. Wash your hands, you sicko. It's disgusting. Well, that same individual would be digging his hands into that free food. As soon as there was free food, he was one of the first ones in there. So there was a couple of individuals that were like me, that we grew wise fast. And we would go in and grab an entire pizza first and get up on out of that room as fast as possible. Just so Mr. Paws was not going to get his paws onto our food. How are you doing, Knock? Yeah. And I mean, if you're with family and everything and you double dip, I think that's totally okay. I ain't gonna get on my kids and stuff for double dipping and everything when it's just me, the wife, and the kids. I ain't gonna care. But they also know proper etiquette whenever they're going to be eating with other people. We usually get our own separate little bowls and stuff. But, kids can be gross too. I might have all girls, but that doesn't mean that they act like ladies all the time. I've had to remind my children many times to wash their hands. I don't know why I should have to remind anybody to do that. To me, it seems like it should just be something that you want to do for yourself. Especially whenever you're someone that bites your nails, because most kids do. They just be biting their nails. Ain't trying to have none of that goober in my mouth. It is nasty. He was very nasty. And I tried to be nice, but it's really difficult to be nice to someone that you find so disgusting. And I think you all understand that with having DSP in our lives. He's such a disgusting individual that you just want to shake him. You just want to get a hold of him and be like, what is your problem, bro? Why are you you? Why are you the way you are? But maybe, just maybe, since my little girls like to watch the Animal Crossing videos, maybe they're watching right now and just heard me publicly humiliate them that they don't wash their hands sometimes, and from here on out, they'll always wash their hands. I can hope so. Because it grosses me out whenever I'm like, what? Were you not just in the bathroom? Why aren't your hands wet? Go wash your hands. You friggin' sicko. This is why kids get other kids sick before adults get adults sick. This is exactly why I was less concerned about COVID being spread amongst adults as I was with children. It's not like children are disgusting, but man, they are. They just are. They're ignorant to things like that. Spreading bacteria. They're not on the up and up with that. And it's okay because they're still learning. But by golly, wash your hands if you're in my house. Like, that's gross. And flush the toilet. What's your problem? How come you leave that for me? I have a rule in this house. If you drop it, you flush it. Don't be leaving it for me. It ain't my job to be your janitor. Ain't nobody want that job. But I picked Animal Crossings to chill out to because I'm telling you right now, if I was to have got any other game working, and it would have, I don't know, stressed me out in the slightest, I probably would have rage quit. I probably would have said some things that I didn't mean. And you all would have had something to laugh at and point and be like, I knew he had a crazy in him. I knew it was there. Just waiting for it to come out. Wash your hands. It takes less than a minute. Right. And even if you only spend a minute washing your hands, that's better than nothing. Like, even if you throw some water on it, like, just something. Do something. But, like I said, when you work in a factory with a bunch of dirty dudes, some guys just don't care. And maybe it was just that part of Ohio too, like, because that part of Ohio that I lived in felt like West Virginia a lot. And I'm not saying anything that negative about people in West Virginia, but you know, I had family whenever I was younger that lived in West Virginia. They lived different lives. They just did. Like, they were the type of people that drank out of the garden hose. No problem. Didn't care. So did my father. Probably still does to this day. I just always thought that was kind of weird. Kind of gross. Like, that garden hose could have a snake inside of it. I ain't putting my mouth on that. But when you're thirsty, you're thirsty. Let's go get rid of some more stuff here. Hey, that is not smart. You shouldn't set a fire right beside What is this? Resident services? I mean, I got a bonfire right over here, guys. You could have came over to my bonfire right over here. It's always burning, day and night. Setting a fire by resident services. We don't have a firehouse here. Kids. You also keep disinfectant hand wipes around now too. That became something more popular in the last like 5 years or so. To the point to where they literally ask kids when my kids were home, not homeschooled, like public school, they asked for you to bring disinfectant wipes. I always thought, doesn't hand sanitizer do that? Like, but then it made sense because I always had Lysol and stuff around. Like, I just thought Lysol was the better option all around. Like, just spray all that stuff with Lysol. But my wife is big on those disinfecting wipes. She loves to have those. She uses those all the time. And because we have cats, and I know cats are devious no matter what anyone says, I know that they have evil intentions. My cats will get on our counters and stuff whenever we're sleeping. I know it for a fact. So every morning before we do anything in the kitchen or on the dinner table or anything, we wipe everything down with the disinfectant wipes because you know. Like, you just know. Like, they were on there. Guaranteed. Like, even though that cat fell asleep on someone's bed and you woke up and they were still on that bed, I can guarantee you at some point in the middle of the night, that cat got up, got on top of your counter, and looked for some food. Like, they're scavengers. And they're sneaky. I love all of my cats, but they can be the devil. And the reason I find cats so disgusting, being on the counter, number one, the same thing that they use to cover up their crap is the same thing that walks all over my counter. And that same exact item never gets washed. So when they're like, oh, but cats are so clean. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, they're clean. Yeah, they're clean. All except their paws. Like, those are disgusting. Not only do they sit in that litter box to do their business, they don't ever clean their hands. Paws. So they're dirty. I've always said, since we're talking bathroom talk and everything, that the most disgusting part in the entire bathroom, no matter what anyone thinks, is the handle going into the bathroom and the lock on the inside of the bathroom stall. Those are the dirtiest areas in the entire bathroom. No matter what you do after you do your business, you can't wash your hands before you unlock the door. No matter what. Why they don't have like a little hand sanitation area right inside the bathroom stall still blows my mind. Like, why isn't there one right on the inside, like when you go to a porta potty? Have it right there beside you. That's the only way to prevent that lock from ever being so disgusting. I'm the type of person that doesn't usually have sleeves on, you know? Today I've got long sleeves on because I got my Tom Nook holiday sweater on. But if you have long sleeves, at least you can unbutton your cuff, turn that lock, and go about your day. But then don't be the person that does this. Ugh. Because now that cuff should not be used to open up a lock. I try not to be like a freak about things like that, you know? Like, I try not to be the type of person that's like freaking out because everybody's so gross and disgusting. I'm just aware. That's all. I'm aware. And I choose not to be infected by a bunch of nasty people. And when you got kids, you're trying to protect them from getting sick too. And they don't seem to care at all. They've got this whole whatever mentality. Whatever. Till they're the ones spreading it to everybody. So what do you think you're going to buy your mom, JG Winnell? What ideas do you have? Because if I was a betting man, your mom doesn't watch my stream. So there's a high probability that you can tell me and she won't find out. Yeah, when you're at work, you always grab the handle on the way out with a paper towel. That's why I can usually tell if a place is a clean place if they put their trash can right beside the door. That is a clean mindset place because they give you the direct option to be able to throw the hand towel right into a trash can without having to worry about carrying it out with you and everything. A cat book. So when you say a cat book, is it like a book about cats, or is it a sorry, I'm losing my brains here. Is it a cat book that is like a descriptive book on different styles of cats, or like how to train a cat, or you know what? That ghost thing would go right over there. Dude, what a jerk. He's literally hanging out in the middle of the water. Like, I can't catch him there. You're stressing me out, Ghostling. Dude, you're a jerk. Insane. You know how I rate a gym or a restaurant? I base it on the quality of the bathroom. Clean or nasty? Absolutely. Oh, you sent me a link? Perfect, man. The book I sent in DM on a couple other things. Cool. Because as my mom's not really much of a cat person or anything, my wife really is. But of course, my wife's probably watching the stream now. Honey, you're getting a cat book. Just kidding. Or am I? Well, we're just about done here in Animal Crossing. I've collected everything that I can. I believe I have 2 more wisps. Yes, 2 more wisps to find. And I think we're all good. Is it snowing where you're at, JG Winnell? All while not saying where you're exactly at, just wondering if it's snowing there. I like the sound of running in snow. I don't care for the snow. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that it's not snowing. How do you feel about the snow? Do you enjoy the snow? Are you one of the people that look forward to seeing snow, or you only want a little bit of snow for a week or so? Or do you full on want to see snow for as long as can be? And what about Christmas time? Is Christmas really Christmas without snow? You love snow. I wish I did love snow, because I've seen my fair share of it. And when we moved down here from Ohio, everybody in the town told us that they don't really, when I say town, I mean the couple of neighbors, not everybody in town, but a couple of our neighbors said that they hardly ever got snow in these parts. And I was like, amen to that. That's what I want to hear. And dude, it snowed like straight up 2 inches over the course of 2 days. Right after Thanksgiving, a real 2 inches, not a DSP 2 inches. And then right after Christmas, because it got up to like 50 degrees for Christmas, and it flooded real bad down here. And then right after Christmas, it snowed again. And I was like, I feel like I'm to blame. Like, they're going to blame the Ohio guy. I brought this all down with me. It's all my fault. But the way that it's looked so far this year, and felt around here, I don't know that we're going to get any snow, and I'm not sad about that. I'm kind of one of those people where I would be totally okay with the way that it snowed here last year. Like, you know, the 2 inches out of nowhere, just dog piling on everybody. Alright, back up. And then it melts pretty fast. Like, I had no problem with that. But around these parts, nobody has any snow plows. Where'd everybody go? They left the fire going. Turn that off. Turn it off. That's just dangerous. But they don't have no snow plows around here. They don't have any snow trucks. They don't have any way to take care of it. So a lot of the places closed down. Like, a lot of things were canceled. And the neighbors here were like, well, when it only really snows twice, that's a lot easier to just not own those snow trucks and everything for the expense. But a lot of people in this area have sprinkler systems and things like that, because it'll get so dry that they have to have that to keep their yard from catching fire, which I think is crazy. I would have never thought that was a real thing. I would love snow on Christmas Eve and day. We've had snow on the ground pre-Christmas Eve. I'd love to see flurries on Christmas Eve with a nice coating on Christmas Day. So yeah, it feels like Christmas whenever there's snow. I totally understand that. We've had misses of it coming just too early and just after Christmas Day. Geez, DSP claimed he had snow, but it was above freezing and just covered the grass and melted instantly on pavement streets. He's such a baby. I didn't even begin to understand him trying to say that was 2 inches of snow, because, like, I have seen 2 inches of snow. What he had was, wow, that was lucky. What he had was exactly like you said. It was a flurry. Like, are you gonna call that real snow? We've done pretty well here. It's given me enough time to go take the girls and put them to bed. And then I'll come back and do the pre-stream crap cast. I don't know if I'm going to play Evil West or not. I've been playing Evil West while doing all the podcast restreams, and I just don't know. I'm still a little irritated over working on the computer and the internet for like 4 hours, so I don't really know if I want anything to irritate me any more than what DSP already is going to. I make a point to never pick anything expensive from the ghost because he has given me things that I already have, and I don't always get a lot of money whenever I sell it. A lot of bells. So I'd much rather have something new that I don't want to... A mama panda? Something that I don't want to get rid of. Let's go ahead and see what this mama panda is. Where's that at? It's literally a panda? Like stuffed animal panda? Alright. What else do we have on us? Oh, we got some stuff to sell. It was verifiable lies, since he has traffic cams all around him that are available to the public in the net to see. Right. I don't understand why he had to make it sound like it was something that it wasn't. I remember when we had about 34 inches of snow in January 96. That was epic. Was it really 34 inches of snow? Is that what it was? Because I would have been in high school in 96. And I remember around, I want to say either my sophomore or maybe my junior year, we had school canceled for 2 full weeks after Christmas because it had snowed so much. And our area was ready for that kind of weather. And it was so icy and frigid cold that they closed school down for 2 full weeks around that time frame. I just don't remember exactly what year it was. Maybe it was 96. Yeah, you said you got off for 2 weeks. Right. It was so bad. And it was never too cold for us to go to school. Like, that was never a thing. Nowadays, they literally, in Ohio, because I still have family that's in Ohio, like nowadays, they'll close school because it's so cold. And I'm like, how's that a thing? Like, you guys have central heat and central air now. Like, it's not like you're working off a wood burner. Like, how is it too cold? Like, that's just weird to me. But anyways, it was bad weather. Like, it was so bad of snow. I just never knew that it was... I mean, I don't live where you live, but I just didn't realize that it was that much snow. 34 inches is a lot of snow. Like, 3 to 4 inches of snow is a lot of snow. I didn't want to make a donation. He's just going to tell me I don't have anything. I remember the ice storms of 94, which was wild. Everything was ice. That's what they said they got down here the year before I moved down here. So whenever, 2 years ago, whenever Texas got a bunch of snow and ice, this area as well got a bunch of ice. And they said that they had closed all of the schools down and all of the businesses down for 2 full days because everything was pure ice. Like, they said that 2 of the kids were ice skating in the cul-de-sac, that there was so much ice everywhere. I thought that was hilarious. Like, there's no way. Like, that much ice built up in the street that you could ice skate? I mean, he might have been just telling me a tall tale to get me to listen, but he didn't seem like a liar. In 2015, I remember hearing that the school district closed because it was just super cold on a particular day. All I could think was, it wasn't cold in the school and couldn't believe it. Yeah. See? I feel like we're living the same exact life, just in a little bit of a different area, that's all. Like, I felt the same exact way. I'm like, since when the crap do you close down a school for too cold? Ain't no such thing as too cold to go to school. Put on some mittens. Like, how are you too cold to go to school? Now, I do understand also the area of Ohio that I came from. A lot of kids walk to school. I mean, we're talking like 80% of the kids that went to school there walked to school. So that made sense. But how far do you really think that they were walking if they could walk to school? And what do you think they did on those days that it was too cold to go to school? You know what they did? They went outside and played. It was a snow day. You play outside when it's a snow day. Like, how are you gonna tell a kid, you gotta stay in, sonny, it was too cold to go to school today? That don't even make sense. That don't even add up. Like, how do you really say that? It's too cold to go to school. You're gonna go outside and play though. Like, you know that's what they're gonna do. Like, ain't gonna stay inside. And the parents are gonna kick them outside too. They're gonna be like, go outside. Get out of here. You're driving me crazy. You were supposed to be in school today. Like, I don't want you in my house right now. Yeah, or play your NES and get out of Dodge. Go to your room, play your Nintendo. I'm gonna throw some of this up on the wall. I kind of made this my weirdo room. Like, I got those things all over the wall. And play me some pinball. High score! Yeah, subject says we'd still go outside all day. I wonder if snow days are due to remote learning options now. That's awful to take away from kids. So, in our area, since we homeschool, they still offer a snow day as a day off for the kids that are homeschooled, but you have the option to use it towards an early dismissal. So, you could just take that day off at the end of the year if you still had school whenever they didn't. But one of the things about homeschooling is you can remote learn anywhere. So my kids like to go and do something for their birthday. That is one of the major advantages of homeschooling your children, is that whenever it's their birthday, you can have their birthday for them the entire day and then make up for it in the other days for the school that maybe they didn't get completed on their birthday. Or you could just tack it on for an actual school day. So, like, we don't have spring break. My kids don't take spring break. We have school throughout spring break. But they're also done with school no matter what in May. No matter what. We'll be done in May, and then we start summer school. And summer school is primarily reading, some math, and simple science projects and things like that. But they're fun. My wife made them super fun by giving all of my daughters special gel pens and stuff like that you're not allowed to use throughout the normal school year. But for summer school, you can use gel pens. We try to do more projects than just direct learning. There's some schools in Ohio that are for disabled children, and they do their schooling all year round. So they never will fall back even further by not going to school. And I always thought that that was a good idea all around. I would just never want someone to implement that on me. I would have never wanted to go to school all year round. But it does keep a lot of kids out of trouble. I want that. Say you're in an area that you can get into some problems. It's a good way to keep kids from getting into trouble if they were doing some homeschooling. My kids aren't really that... They're not really even at that age yet to be causing any kind of real problems. But That doesn't mean that they don't still try to cause problems in the house with each other and argue and fight with each other. So it's a good way to keep them busy and entertained all year round, instead of when it's time to come back, they have to learn so many things over again. I already know how to make a ski slope. Because I'm going to tell you right now, doing this whole homeschooling, the last thing that I want to do is have to teach everything that I taught near the end of the school year, or vice versa, the beginning of the previous year, all over to a kid. Like, that makes me feel like I didn't do a very good job. You know? Like, they obviously didn't learn it if I got to reteach it. But if we do summer school, we can hit it a little bit here and there, and they don't feel like they have to relearn it all again after school has been out for all of summer. This past year was the very first year that we implemented the summer school mentality. And they were not having it right at first. They were not about it. But after they got to see the cool projects that we did, and the art projects that we did, they're looking forward to summer school this year. We are almost done here with Animal Crossings. I'm going to go take care of the kiddos, and then I'll be back as long as my internet allows it. I'm just going to drop off some money here at the ABD, I think is what it's called. Can never remember what it's actually called here. I was right, ABD. Wait, I did push deposit, right? Okay. Hey, I can pay off my loan. This is a monumental day right here. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the Cope cast. I just haven't decided for sure if I'm going to. I want to talk to Tom Nook real quick. Hey man, I got your sweater on. I'm a big fan. I don't know what I'm gonna play while I watch it, because I don't know if I want to get irritated. And he's already gonna irritate me. Congratulations, you're debt-free and set for a life in an amazing, spacious island home. Yes, yes. I know you're just waiting for me to offer to expand your home, but your house is as grand as it gets. I have something else to offer, however, for free, of course. Nook Incorporated guarantees its work for life, and as a small token of my appreciation, I am proud to offer you a lifetime of free exterior renovations. Limit 1 per day. Terms and conditions apply. Yes, yes. I'm legally required to say that. Oh yes, there is one other thing for us to discuss. Although we cannot expand your house any further, maybe we could look into expanding the size of your home storage. Unfortunately, such construction would not come cheap, so I'd need the entire cost to be paid up front. Now, I imagine that, as your house has grown, you've placed quite a few things into storage. But then, before you know it, your storage is full, and where does your old couch go then? Where indeed? That's what expanded storage would aim to solve. Listen to the salesman on this guy. So think it over and tell me if you'd like to know more. And on that note, I'd just like to say that I hope Nook Incorporated continues to serve you for years to come. Oh, and once again, congratulations. I'm here, let's talk about it, man. I want to know. About my home. Time to talk about your home. What shall we discuss? Expand my storage. How much does it cost? 500,000 bells for some room? It's cheaper than my last loan. The last loan was like 2 mil. But I believe that's a small price to pay for the peace of mind you'll get from having all that extra space. So have I your interest? No, I don't have that kind of money on me. I got 8,000 bells, that's it. No, not now. Tom Nook is a vicious businessman. He is a master salesman. But his sweater is not as cool as mine. I don't care what you say. I think I'm done talking to you, because you're just going to try to pickpocket me for bells some more. Have a good day, man. No, get out of business. Yeah. Let's go to this little thing here. Look at all the free stuff. I'll take that. I'll take some tangled cords, of course. I don't know what I'm going to do with that stupid box again. I don't need that bed. I ain't planting no flowers right now. I'll take iron nuggets all day. Of course, I didn't lose that, so I obviously just stole it, since that's the lost and found. Alright, well, I had a great time. I am going to be... How are you doing, Fastest74? You just came in as I'm about to step out. I will be back here in about... Give me about 15 minutes. 15 minutes to help my kiddos get ready for bed and everything. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do the Cope Cast, as Subject like to call it. The Pre-Cream Podcast. The podcast that isn't a podcast. I will be doing that here in about 15-20 minutes or so. I'll make sure that I post it up here right away. As long as I get everything working correctly, I might play Ghost of Tsushima, because I already had that all loaded up, as long as it works, and my internet is still generous to me. I appreciate you all being here with me while I was more than irritated because of my internet woes and issues earlier. When we return, we will have that pre-cream podcast for JDX, as he just wrote. I am Foretrosake. See you in about 15 minutes. Have a great day. Look, you're my hero.